Welcome back to 726.
What?
You know what?
What?
We need guests on the show.
What?
And how do we do that?
Oh, if you would like to be a guest on this show, we would invite you to call us or call Dan at 741-4891.
There you go.
Or even better yet, you could always just pull up here at 400 South Sycamore and just come on into the studio or the office and talk to Dan or Ian or whoever happens to be here. It will not be me.
She will be with the maid at the house.
I'll be with the maid. But if you have an interesting guest or someone, if you yourself have something to share, and that's what we like to do is get things out in the community.
It's
about
limited as
what's
what they
going
can
on.
share. I don't want to know about their IRS audits or anything like that.
If I said something interesting, that would not be interesting. That would be
Maybe
bleh.
interesting for them.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Would you stop interrupting? Stopped?
I can.
Okay. Anyway, come by 400 South Sycamore or call, email. Email Dan at hometowntv.net. Whatever. Isn't that right?
That's
Isn't that
right.
your email?
Yeah.
Or K26
You're getting
TV?
it right. That's fine.
Well, you're making me doubt myself. Okay. Up next, we have Vive Allen here. She's with the Ozarks Arts Council, and there's, I guess, all kinds of things going on. I know that the Mardi Gras had to be it had to be
Canceled.
canceled
Yes.
actually due to the wonderful weather we had last week. But spring is around the corner, and you are doing what?
We are having a celebration of spring at the theater, which is to more or less replace the Mardi Gras event.
Okay.
The lineup will be basically the same people, a dessert buffet. Your tickets that you may have purchased for Mardi Gras will be great for the celebration of spring.
Okay.
And same music, and Justin is just super.
And it's Justin
Anders.
from
Yes.
the junior high? Is he what band director? He's band director.
He's the jazz band director.
Okay.
High school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, high school.
And he's just incredible. And I think he has some musicians he plays with, and then he hopes he can bring part of the band as well.
Okay.
So it ought to be wonderful. We have more tickets still for sale, $25. And it is on the 21st, which is a Friday night,
Okay.
from 7 to 9 p.m. And as you all know, and I mean, you're down there, you're in events, we've had major issues with our heating and cooling, and we will be having several events back to back, including our normal plays, which are, always fabulous, but so that funding can go strictly to that.
Okay, and that the proceeds from this celebration of spring will
Go
for
just to that, yes. They're not going to go into any general accounting. They're not going to pay the light bill. We have one working unit, which is a new unit on top of the main theater, and we need 4. And so we need 3 more. I mean, it's tepid in there, but I certainly wouldn't call it warm on a cold day.
It's really okay in the spring and fall. We don't
Sure.
need, like on days like yesterday, we probably wouldn't need heat or air conditioning.
No.
No, it was
And the one air conditioning unit possibly could maybe keep up with mild temperatures. But as
Yes.
you know, working in there and doing events in there, it's really difficult to. We've developed a system, haven't we?
Yes.
In cooling that, we've got a huge barn fan, and the annex is the newer part of the Lyric, and it's an addition onto the back, and it's got newer units, and those units work. So we have to turn the heat up, and then pull that air from the back into the main building. And the one unit that is working can't get above 58 degrees. I mean, I'll just tell you, it's a little chilly in there. So we have to compensate and use that as a backup unit. And it does, before an event, we get it warm enough in there that when we turn everything off, that residual warmth stays there
Sure.
until the event's over with, which is 2 hours later.
Right. And something that we need to say is that is an older building, and those units were updated. Actually, that building was built in the 20s, and its structure is fabulous. If someone's asking, why put this into an older building? Well, it is in the historic district of downtown Harrison. It has fabulous architecture, both inside and out, and it is an absolute jewel of the square. One of several. There are other architectural features down there, and we need to preserve some of those things. The basic structure of the building is great, and
Well,
we do a lot of upkeep.
Yeah, as I drive through small towns around not only our area, but in different states, they've either abandoned the downtown district, or they have, they don't, if they've preserved it, it's nothing like what we have. We have an iconic, Back to the Future style, if you want to go to that route, downtown area with a square, a courthouse, and 4 sides. A lot of places have put bypasses right down through there, and they've taken out one side of the buildings and widened the roads and that kind of thing. We still have a lot of history there, and when you talk about downtown Harrison, the number one things, if you say what do you recognize when you're down there, you say the Lyric Theater, because it's the most iconic building there, other than the courthouse. So it's needed. And we actually, to make it viable, that historic district needs to be widened to encompass a lot of other buildings in the area. So
it does. And again, just to mention the celebration of spring that we'll be having.
What else is up?
Friday the 21st. From 7 to 9, tickets are $25, dessert buffet, wonderful music.
And how do they get tickets?
They can do that online. It is set up so that they can, purchase them and print them themselves. If they have issues, they can call the office at 391-3504. We are not always sitting in there on the phone, but I do and Dan does. We check the messages daily. So we will get back to you either that day or within a day or so and take your ticket order. And we would love to have you. And we also have a play I have to mention. Coming up, it'll be Footloose, and it's going to be phenomenal.
I would agree. Just saying.
Just saying. Tickets are also on sale for it, and I encourage anyone that wants to see Footloose to buy their tickets now.
How many performances are, do you know?
4, I think.
Is
6.
it-
No,
no,
it's
it's
2 weekends.
It's
I'm
6,
sorry.
yes.
Because I saw someplace that said Thursday, Friday, and I thought, I didn't know we were doing a Thursday performance. I think that must have not been right. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
I'm
check it
in
out.
and I don't know. All I know is
There-
the end
there
of
is
April and
a-
the first weekend of
There is
May.
a Thursday,
Yes.
the first week there is a Thursday
Okay.
performance, yeah.
Okay, then
So then
that is
7
correct.
performances.
Yeah, there's 7 performances.
But it's the last weekend of April and the first weekend in March.
And
But
if
we'll
you
talk more
if you
about
go
that
to the
later.
if you go to the website, there are separate days for those, and the website is the ozarkartscouncil.org. And when you go there, on the left-hand side, you'll see a little button for tickets. Just hit tickets, and it will show all the events. Remember, if you want to go to one of the play nights, make sure that you choose that date for that event, because we've had people that buy tickets and say, I bought it for Saturday, and they
didn't really-
Yeah, they didn't really buy it for Saturday. They bought it for a Friday or
It's
Saturday.
date specific.
Yeah.
And seat specific.
And it's
for
seat
Footloose.
specific, so it's not general
Yes.
admission. So when you go on there, you choose the seats that you want. So, and that's why we say to go early to buy your seats, because those are filling up.
They are.
Some of the better seats are filling up. There is a front reserve section, so those are or premium seating, which costs a little more. I think the middle section is
It is.
so many rows back are a little more in price. But balcony is an excellent place to watch. There's not a bad seat in the Lyric, and I tend to like to watch the plays up in the balcony.
That's true. And I do want to mention, Dan, and we don't always touch on this, and I think in the works are some other things to even be more accommodating. If they have an individual who is in a wheelchair for whatever reason, if they will contact the office, we can accommodate so many per performance.
Okay.
And we'll work with them and set aside their seat, and there is room for that.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we don't want anybody, that would like to come to feel that there's not a place. And there
Right.
is easy access in and out for them as well, because that is ramped. It's all ramped. There are no stairs.
Right.
Good.
What else is coming up? Anything?
I don't know. Am I-
What?
Well, we have
No.
we have a summer workshop, children's
Oh, yes.
workshop coming up
Oh, in
after
Oliver.
school in Oliver. It's
Yes.
coming up at the end of the summer, so that's going to be a
That's been
huge
cast
production.
already.
We've got some concert series. I think we've got the George Brothers coming in.
Oh, Music in
we're,
May.
We're
Yes.
looking at, and she may be watching. I haven't contacted her yet, but would love to get Tessa Kate in the lyric for a possible, joint venture to get people. People know her as American Idol contestant. I think she told us on the show last time she was here that that she went 77th out of over 1,000 people, which is phenomenal. She's played out at AJ's Sports Bar and Grill and has
Brick
packed.
Oven, I think she's been there too.
Yeah, she's coming to Brick Oven, and they've packed the place. So she's a draw, and we'd like everybody to be able to see her in a concert setting, and hopefully the lyric will work a deal out with her for that. So that's
deal.
coming
Be
up.
awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
We have lots of things coming up. So,
Yeah, busy,
We're
busy,
excited.
busy. Yeah.
yes.
Thanks, Vivi.
Thank you all.
All right.
You all support us and do lots of things there.
All right. If you need tickets, call 391-3504 or get on the website at Ozark Arts Council. That's Ozark singular, arts plural, council.org. And then go to tickets. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll be back right after this.
You don't even know what we got.
I don't know what we got coming up.
We got
Keep clapping.